What's up YouTube, it's your boy ChasmRift here, and today we got ourselves kind of a team preview video. So I want to show off a team that I'm going to be using at the start of next month's Series 10 ladder. And for those who don't know what Series 10 is, you're allowed to play double battle. The thing is, there's no Dynamax, and every team's allowed one restricted Pokemon. So for those who don't know what a restricted Pokemon is, here's the list. It's pretty much mostly box legendary Pokemon. Count Cosmog and Cosmoem counts because Solgaleo and Lunala. And Calyrex right here is a little misleading because it's actually Calyrex Shadow Rider or Ice Rider. Calyrex itself is actually a mythical, but when it's combined, it's technically considered restricted. So yeah, that's kind of the world we live in. Anyway, kind of just want to give a breakdown of my team's feel about this. Also, question of the day, I should mention this at the start. I'll probably even edit it and put it in the front. Let me know Pokemon you will put on a Groudon team. So I think it's time I bring up my shiny boy from Ultra Sun and Moon up and use it for battles on streams, because I want to get back into streaming ranked battles. And I want to know, like, what Pokemon would you put on a Groudon based team? Now you can either give me like a full team breakdown, like, hey, here's 5 Pokemon you should put on the team. You want to give me like one Pokemon and just a set that you think will work, or you just want to throw out a suggestion, go for it. And if you see somebody in the comments says something that's pretty cool, don't be afraid to hop in and comment off of them and piggyback. I'll read all the comments, and yeah, who knows, maybe I'll reach out to you guys to ask for more advice on sets, or maybe you just be surprised to see what I come up with from what I read. Like, that way you guys get a preview for it. I'll probably post up like a rental code for them as well, that way you guys can try it out whenever the ladder starts up, and whenever I do drop that video, you guys will know going into it what exactly I'm thinking of, as opposed to me trying to explain it on the spot. So yeah, this is a 6 legendary Pokemon team. As you can see, we have Suicune, we have Necrozma Duskmane, which I'm excited to use, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Regieleki, Landorus, and Scrafty. 6 legendary Pokemon. So yeah, okay, I guess we'll start off with the main star of the show, and that would be Necrozma. So Necrozma, well, last season I should start by saying this, I played with Solgaleo, and I was able to make top 1000 on the ladder, which I was happy about. I was able to actually make it past top 800 with my Solgaleo team. Now, the thing about Necrozma though is it's a little bit better in terms of its ability. Prism Armor means that it takes 25% less damage. It's either, I forget the percentage, but it takes slightly less damage from attacks, meaning that Necrozma will be slightly tankier than my Solgaleo. So for reference, my Solgaleo was running the berry to, be able to survive an earth power from Landorus. This time I don't have to do that. I can just survive it naturally, and I get to run Prism. I get to run the Mental Herb. So with the Mental Herb, it means that opponents really can't taunt me to stop Trick Room or Swords Dance. If I want to do that, they want to go for Encore, Mental Herb will block that as well. It's pretty good utility. And yeah, got Sunsteel Strike and Photon Geyser as our moves. I do miss not having Flare Blitz like I did on my Solgaleo team, but we'll give Swords Dance a try. I do like the damage output because Photon Geyser can 2-shot a Rillaboom raw, and it can also do close to about 90% damage to a Kyogre with a little help from a friend right here. We got Suicune Inner Focus with Citrus Berry and its Calm Nature. This is the spread right here. This spread is meant to survive Water Spouts, survive Astral Barrages from Calyrex, as well as survive Grassy Glides from Rillaboom. The 44 speed, if I remember correctly, allows me to outspeed Calyrex after a Tailwind, if I remember correctly. And we're running Snarl just to be very disruptive. We got Scald or just Stab. If we're battling in the rain, we get to take advantage of that, as well as get potential burns, and then Helping Hand to boost up the team. Now, funny enough, the Suicune I will be using for this actually came from Pokemon Go, and we'll just tell a funny story. So I got it during Suicune raid day, and the odds for it was about 1 in 10 were the odds that the Silphro reported to get the shiny out of a raid. So I missed like 2 or 3 raids with the raid group that I was with, but I ended up getting mine relatively quick. There were people who, when they were raiding, they either got a couple of them or they didn't get any after 10, 15 raids, and they were, one of the dudes muttered like 1 in 10 my ass, and it's like, dude, besides the fact that you guys are complaining because you don't understand how probability works, you guys are complaining because you didn't get your shiny Suicune with 1 in 10 probability. Meanwhile, funny enough, us shiny hunters are rejoicing that their shiny Pokemon, legendary Pokemon, that are 1 in 100 odds with a shiny charm in the main series game. 1 in 10 odds, we would probably have a stroke at that possibility to get shiny legendaries with those low odds. So yeah, anyway, that's it. The next Pokemon on this list, we have Scrafty, the god, the goat, running Leftovers, Intimidate, Careful Nature, and he's actually running an interesting spread. 220 HP, 252 for death, 28 speed, and able to split the rest EVs into attack and defense because there's nowhere else to really go. Now this is actually meant to just outspeed the Incineroar, that way we get a faster fake out if the Incineroar doesn't have any speed investment. And I think it's funny because I actually ran something very similar when I went to Collinsville Regionals. That Scrafty ran similar speed EVs to outspeed a Sylveon and be able to get a throat chop off so it couldn't use a pixelated boosted hyper voice. So in the weird event that we actually run into a Sylveon, we'll be able to outspeed it. But we're running fake out, faster fake out than our Incineroars, and we got quick guard to deal with any shenanigans the opponents want to throw at us. So I actually have footage of this working. Quick guard just to block out grassy glides from Rillaboons, they won't expect it. Opponent want to go for Sucker Punch or Shadow Sneaks against Monocrozma or whatever, they can't do it. They want to go for an Aqua Jet against like Lando, Basically, we're going to use this to be really good utility and to just be very disruptive. Scrafty is also our main answer to deal with, likes of Calyrex. So yeah. Now Urshifu and Regieleki, they're both kind of standard in terms of how they're being ran, except I got safety goggles on my Urshifu and I have Rain Dance on my Regieleki. Now if you see my clips I posted on Twitter, I'll probably link them down below if I remember to. I actually have a lot of success with this. So what I'll do is I will Rain Dance with Regieleki against Groudon teams, and then my Surging Strikes will just one-shot the Groudons. If I do this play as well against Xerneas, he'll knock out Xerneas to about 80% range, and if you want to go for Geomancy, cool. But yeah, you won't be able to really do much after that because the point of Xerneas is to take advantage of his bulk, speed, and attack boost that it gets. Safety Goggles means I get to ignore redirection from Rage Powders, and it also means I get to avoid Sleep Powder and Spore, which opponents will try to throw out at Urshifu over Aleki. They think Aleki is just a one-shot in the right scenario, versus Urshifu, while he is also one-shot, he's a very problematic Pokemon if he gets a Surging Strikes off. Other than that, yeah, this is kind of the spread we going with. And yeah, also against, in a weird event that we run into like Xerneas, we could just Electro Web, protect. Next turn, we could actually go for our Surging Strikes because Xerneas could outspeed Urshifu if it has speed investment. I think 220 EVs is what it needs. But yeah, we got security blankets, we got insurance to deal with that. And then we got Landorus, Sheer Force, running Earth Power, Sledge Bomb, Rock Slide, and Protect standard. I used this with a Lunala team that I got from watching a Bram Amity video, and I like Landorus. I think it fits really well with the team, and it kind of gives a lot of synergy. Now, depending on the matchups, we're either super frail or we're really tanky against the matchups. And you're probably thinking, looking at this team, like, oh, what you gonna do about Tauren Ogre? What you gonna do about Calyrex? What you gonna do about Yveltal? Well, we can actually deal with them just fine. So against Yveltal, that's the biggest threat that I'm worried about. Yveltal's strongest attack they could throw at us would be a foul play, which you could do at max 86%, assuming that they don't get a crit. That's a big assumption. Our Sunsteel could do about 41 to about 49%, just raw. If we combine this with, I believe, Regieleki. So Regieleki, if he goes for Electro Web, can do about 31%. And then next turn, Aleki could throw out either another Electro Web, or it could go for, T-Bolt to really put your Yveltal in range. And the reason this is significant is, let's come over here, Monocrozma. If we get a -1 onto Yveltal, it'll be a 95 speed. Monocrozma is at 97. So all we need is one Electro Web to hit, and then we can go right into our Sunsteel Strike. If they want to go for the foul play, they could, but they'll be put in an awkward position where they'll either have to switch out because Aleki can just knock it out with T-Bolt the next turn, or they'll be forced to stay in and Sucker Punch, and I will gladly trade Monocrozma to get rid of Yveltal. What's next calc? Kyogre. So Kyogre is problematic. Like, this thing water spout will hit like a truck. I'm not a fan of that. But again, with the fact that we'll be running Mental Herb, we could go for a Trick Room, and then boom, we're safe. And then if we go for a Helping Hand boosted Photon Geyser, we're doing about 71% Yeah, not bad, especially considering that I'll be going for Snarl the turn prior. I usually Snarl and go for Trick Room turn 1 with Suicune, the Crosmo lead. If the opponent, depending on who they bring, I'll also swap with my leads and switch it up. Calyrex, you can survive Astral Barrage, and yeah, you can survive Astral Barrage and go for Trick Room, and we can Sunsteel Strike it. Pretty much we just Trick Room and we're good, but as well as like a 222 speed. Yeah, our Suicune's at 111. I think we gotta bump this up a little bit. We'll have to bump it up a little bit, change up the calcs a little bit, so that we could guarantee our speed with the Tailwind. The Suicune with Snarl against Calyrex is actually pretty good to just shut it down. And yeah, so the idea of this team is kind of to do like a RPS, which is rock paper scissors. Either I lead in Necrozma and Suicune, and have the opponent guess, do I go for Tailwind or do I go for Trick Room? Alright, do I protect one of them and go for the other, which funny enough they both don't have protect? Do I just go straight in for the attacks and just lower stats as well? Yada yada yada. Scrafty as well. Come in, fake out, get a safe Tailwind. Fake out, get a safe Trick Room up. I'm worried about a Rillaboom, go for a quick guard, stop Rillaboom. It's pretty good. Also I should mention, quick guard is +3 priority. Fake out has +3 priority. So that's the reason why I went for the speed investment, because we could outspeed Instant. So if Instant came in on lead, if Instant swapped in, well, we're already out there, we can't fake it out, but we could quick guard to stop their fake outs. That's utility right there. Grassy Glide with grassy terrain is only +1. So again, like, you know, Rillabooms or Serenas, that's in the grassy terrains. Grassy Glide ain't gonna go through. Again, we got other methods, like we got leads involving Regieleki, we got Urshifu, we got Landorus who could hit like a truck. Team gonna be fun. Let me know down below how you guys, but yeah, that's about it. Thank y'all for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I'm gonna be trying to film this probably late at night when the ladder resets, so that's gonna be interesting. Get games in for the great tier, ultra tier, and then maybe a video of me trying to climb Master Ball tier if I do well enough that night. And yeah, bye.